Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. Coming off a weekend where we finished in the positive in both college football and NFL. Not by a crazy amount, but we were definitely in the green in both sports, so gotta love that. In this video, we got a real dope Friday night college football game here. Louisville versus Florida State. Let's go.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
All right, Florida State on the road at Louisville here. The line opened up Louisville plus 1.5. Look at all this early action on Florida State. Everybody you know was on Florida State as of Tuesday morning, 99% of the money. So the books react to all that money on the Noles, right? They move the line from 1.5 up to 2.5. But look what happens when the line hits 2.5. So actually Wednesday and Thursday, books are actually taking Louisville money now. So we'll have to keep an eye on this line. If they continue taking Louisville money, maybe this number drops back down to 2. We'll have to wait and see. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Louisville plus 2.81. So a very, very, very slight lean on Florida State. In fact, not much of a lean at all. All right, let's run through a quick breakdown here, and we'll start with Jordan Travis. A lot of people don't know this. This is actually a revenge game for Jordan Travis. He started his career at Louisville back in I want to say 2018 or 2019. He spent just 1 year with the Cardinals, and he's come a long way since then. I mean, look at him now. Florida State sitting pretty at 2-0, coming off a huge win against LSU last week. 2 weekends ago. And let's be real about that LSU game. Yeah, the final score was 24-23, and they technically did win on a missed or blocked extra point. But the thing is, they did not just squeak out a win there. They beat LSU. They were up 14 with 6 minutes to go. Then they had the ball up 7 on the LSU 1 yard line, about to score and make it a 14-point game with 1:20 left. They fumbled it on the one, and then Jaden Daniels drove the length of the field in 1:20. We know the end of that. Point I'm making is Florida State did not squeak out a win against LSU. They beat LSU straight up. And there's just so many positive talking points for the Noles from that game. I mean, they converted 64.7% of their third downs. They sacked Jaden Daniels 4 times. Just the intangibles. That was a complete game from Florida State on all levels. Now, normally in this situation, Florida State coming off a big emotional upset win over LSU, an SEC team, to remain undefeated. Yeah, this should be a flat spot for them. That's what I would normally say. But Florida State was off last weekend. That LSU game was 2 weekends ago. This Florida State team has had 12 full days off. I don't think there's any reason that this team isn't fully rested and fully prepared for this game. But the celebration is over because they got a big one here. They're on the road against a conference opponent. Louisville coming off a huge upset win themselves. They were 5.5-point dogs to UCF. They win the game outright, which was dope because we had Louisville in that game. It wasn't just the fact that they pulled the upset off, though. It was how they did it, because I thought that game showed us a lot about who this Louisville team is. I had 3 major takeaways from that game for Louisville. Takeaway number 1 from the Louisville-UCF game, obvious. The rushing attack, 226 yards on the ground, an even 5.0 yards per carry, obviously led by Malik Cunningham. Not that the UCF run defense are world beaters, but they had a pretty average run defense in the AAC last year. Regardless, Louisville, excellent performance on the ground. Number 2 takeaway from that game for Louisville, and this one's a negative one. It looks like Malik Cunningham will not. I think we need to come to terms with the fact that Malik Cunningham is not going to take a step forward this year as a passer. I know nobody was expecting him to go out there and be CJ Stroud or anything, but I think for those of us that have been following Malik Cunningham his whole career, at least I can speak for myself, I was really hoping to see him take a step forward in the passing game. I thought he would find more success through the air. It's only been 2 games, but I mean, he's a combined 353 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions in his first 2 games. He's off to a bad start. Takeaway number 3 from the Louisville-UCF game, and this is by far the most important one in my opinion. Yo, the Cardinals defense. Did you see that defense in the second half? And by the way, UCF offense is good. They have weapons. They might be a top 25 offense in the country. Really, it's got that kind of talent. The UCF Knights and their loaded offense had a total of 92 yards of offense in the second half of that game against Louisville. That Louisville defense showed up at halftime and shut shit down. Now, obviously, the major question is, can this production translate into a win against Florida State? Because let's be real, Florida State's defense is definitely better than UCF's. On the offensive side of the ball, you could probably make a case for UCF having a better overall offense than Florida State, But if we're being honest, I think we'd all take Jordan Travis over anyone on the field for both teams. So even if you're gonna say UCF's offense is better, the Florida State's got the best player at quarterback. And I'm riding with this kid. I like Jordan Travis a lot. I love the way this Florida State's team set up this year. I took their over win total for the season and I'm loving it. I'm on the nose here. Give me Florida State -2.5. They win and cover, obviously. Let's go Noles. If anything changes with this pick, I will let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you're looking for the bet of the day, the dog of the day, top 7 bets, and I do 3 parlays of the day for Saturday and Sunday, make sure you go to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. Gotta love a good college football game on a Friday night to start the weekend off properly. Let's bring in a couple units to start it off. I want all green this weekend. Remember to bet smart. I'll talk to you on Twitter.